Saweetie is allegedly a yacht girl who makes far more money from yachting than she does from her music career. And according to this blind item, she allegedly has a substance abuse problem that is making her messy and causing her to lose yachting clients. And the blind item reads, this A-minus list Nepo baby, who's a rapper, singer, niece, cousin, and granddaughter of famous names, earns way more from yachting.
Saweetie's Dubai secret just cost her everything. If y'all ain't know, these social media influencers, these baddies on Instagram, they be, I don't even know if I can say it on YouTube. They be doing crazy things for some money. And Saweetie, she used to make music about it, so I'm not surprised because like she rapped about what she did. And I gotta respect that, because these rappers be out here capping. Saweetie wasn't capping. She wasn't, and I'm not really surprised. Like, it's Saweetie, you know. Probably a lot of these rap girls be doing it. Girls and period, you never know. You never know. I don't really know what happened, but we gonna get into it. Y'all go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it.
Instagram, who is accusing Saweetie of being a yacht girl. And for those of you who don't know what a yacht girl is, it's basically a girl who sells cookies, but she's not a Girl Scout.
You may not have heard of this young lady because I haven't either.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm a normal guy, and I don't understand the appeal of this whole like IG model look. Like, look at this. Like, that ain't it to me. Like, I'm a simple man, you know. I'm simple. I ain't with all the BBL. Like, what has the world come to?
Her name is Maybach May. If you look at her Instagram, it doesn't seem like she has a whole lot of stuff popping. She just looks like the average chick with a BBL and a nice body, and nothing else is to be seen there, right?
Of course not.
But that's what you think. Just because somebody don't have a whole lot of followers, it don't mean that they're not important in the industry. And according to this chick, she's more important than we think.
Instagram don't mean nothing. The social media is fake. These people y'all be thinking be living good lives. Maybe these rappers. And I live in Atlanta, so I see it all the time. You can check someone on Instagram. They probably got a Maybach. You tell them pull up. They tell them you got to come get them. Instagram be so fake. Y'all gotta understand that. I don't believe nothing I see online. Even with this new AI, I don't believe no video. I don't believe nothing. If I don't see it with my own two eyes, I'm not believing it. I'm not gonna lie. Filters, like, all that stuff is fake. The internet's fake. It's not real.
Fast forward. Maybach May is one of the largest madams in the industry. And what Maybach May does is she connects a lot of beautiful women to rich men all over the world. She's going to Dubai, Lagos, Europe, wherever you think that the rich guys are at, she has them in her system. And a lot of girls want to deal with Maybach May because she's the connection to all the guys with the money.
Right.
And one of those ladies allegedly is Saweetie. Now, if you look at Saweetie's Instagram following, she got 12.4 million followers. Why would Saweetie be working with a lady that got 25,000 followers?
Right. Let me know.
Well, here's the story. Fast forward. Maybach May had a connection with a guy by the name of Jadon Sancho. Now, he plays in the Premier European League. I think it's Manchester United. I'm not necessarily sure. But the guy makes a lot of money, like over $180,000 per week. And this dude is known for tricking on women. Like, he is known for spending a whole lot of money. So basically what Maybach May did was say, listen, Saweetie, I got this dude, and he's a younger guy. He's like 21. And, you know, Saweetie is closer to being like 30. So look, this young dude, if you deal with him, he'll spend money on you. But here's what you got to do. You got to pay me my money, and, you know, whatever else you get from him, you can keep. But as long as I get my cut, I'm cool.
He's right.
This is really predatory, because I feel like if it was the other way around, we would be calling like the dude creepy. Like, y'all preying on dudes that don't have enough experience to like know double standards. I guess it's double standards and everything, so I can't really be mad. But that's crazy.
You know.
And here's a text message that's even explaining that. Here it says, "What you doing? We should do a big bear trip with good friends, group co-ed. Oh my God, it's so nice here. And even that's cold is 2 hours from LA. At the studio, girl, all my friends out of state. When bees run it up on Jadon, how much they doing in the weekend? Woo!" Now, this is evidence, right? Fast forward. But here's what Saweetie did. She fell in love with Jadon, or got Jadon to fall in love with her. And so she ended up in a full relationship with Jadon Sancho.
Love.
Now, Jadon Sancho ended up getting, a tattoo of her, I think like on his neck or something like that. And basically they got into a full blown relationship and basically cut off Maybach May.
This is what I be talking about. I never understand. Y'all comment below. Maybe I'm like not one of them guys, but like you can have any woman you want. And not saying Saweetie like ain't pretty, because she is. Saweetie is pretty. She's beautiful. But you just, if this is alleged, but if it's true, you just kind of paid someone to like prostitute her out to you, and you gonna like fall in love with her.
And so this is the problem at Bay. Maybach May is saying, listen, you owe me money and you was out here dealing with the dude that I set you up with, and now you don't want to pay me? Let's go back to that first text message. She goes, Sancho, after you done paying and getting tattoos of a 304, you barely know. Run me my money. She hates her career, so you come right on time like the trick you are. I just want what y'all owe me. So obviously Jadon didn't pay her, and Saweetie must have told him not to pay. Now, what else? Cocaine, witchcraft, and liquor is one hell of a mix. Send me my bread home record. Woo! Now, before I get into the rest of the screenshots, I kind of want to get into what Saweetie is kind of known for.
Saweetie is allegedly a yacht girl who makes far more money from yachting than she does from her music career. And according to this blind item, she allegedly has a substance abuse problem that is making her messy and causing her to lose yachting clients. And the blind item reads, this A-list Nepo baby, who's a rapper, singer, niece, cousin, and granddaughter of famous names, earns way more from yachting each week than from her.
I did not know she was connected to all these famous people. The niece of MC Hammer, I guess the cousin of Gabrielle Union, the granddaughter of Willie Harper. I don't know who that is. That's just come to show, like, a lot of this stuff be connected. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of this stuff be connected. You be thinking people be getting out the mud. They know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. For sure. For sure.
Actual music. But her substance habit has gotten out of control, and the messiness is driving clients away fast.
So Saweetie is known for being a yacht girl. So this is the girl who doesn't really advertise that they're selling cheeks, but they are selling cheeks. And again, this young lady already mentioned that Saweetie has a drug problem. And this other lady here is saying that, hey, Saweetie is out here clapping cheeks, and a lot of clients are tired of her and her drug issues. And she's not the only person to mention this sort of freestyling idea.
You need to build your brand up so that you're not known as a 304, because what men really like, they like freestylers better, okay? They don't want a girl to be posting ads online and stuff. No, they want to feel like they just stumbled across a beautiful woman, and for this price, they could have access.
So, this lady has a good point. Like, people don't want you to be advertising your cheeks out there, but they want to know that you're down with the get down. And it gets even worse.
I'm not saying that her music is a cover up. No, it's not a cover up. She's an entertainer that goes along with it. So like a child actor grows up, then they're known for being a 304 all of a sudden, but not to regular people. As far as you guys know, they're just a singer, a dancer, an actor, a YouTuber, anything, an influencer. A lot of high-end 304s are actually influencers, and that's what builds your brand better. Why do you think I'm in so many people's YouTube videos? I'm on podcasts like Fresh and Fit. I'm in 20v1s with Kodak. It's all because it builds your persona, it builds your brand. So this way, when I say, hey, I want X amount, it makes sense because I'm an entertainer, I'm a celebrity.
Now,
Y'all gotta know Hollywood is evil. Hollywood is evil. It's crazy because every person that go to Hollywood would tell you that, and people still be surprised. Like she said, it's a game. It's a whole game. Y'all gotta watch y'all back for real.
She's breaking down the whole playbook for influencers. If you look at somebody like Saweetie, she's always on like 20 versus 1 shows. She's always on like podcasts, the Fresh and Fit. Like she moves around, and you don't really see a whole lot of the better rappers doing that, like Cardi B. And to be honest, Cardi B, did mention that Saweetie was doing stuff like this. Remember that Saweetie was with Quavo, and then Saweetie ended up sleeping with Offset, which caused some tension between the whole Migos.
Ain't they cousins? Or something like that? Ain't they cousins? Well, like I said, watch y'all back.
Crew and all of that. Like, I mean, Saweetie just is down bad for real. Like, just down bad as hell. But check this out.
I have said it before, and I get crucified for it. People get so mad every single time I bring it up. But your favorite musicians are not very wealthy. Like, there's no money to be made in the music industry. A lot of them are broke. Some of the influencers on this app make more money than your favorite musicians. And the reason why, it's not just because, I think especially this applies especially like in hip hop, it's not just because they don't get paid that much. It's also because they get paid a decent amount. It's because their lifestyle is extremely expensive.
True.
Like if you are in hip hop, part of being in hip hop is that you have to look rich. You have to pretend to be ultra wealthy, and living outside of your means is very expensive. It's not just like having a fancy house and owning cars, right? It's also like having a glam team all the time, having an agent, having a manager, having a social media person. All of that is very, very expensive. In your mind, you thought Saweetie was affording all of that off of her music career when she's been in the game 10 years and has still not put out a debut album?
Now this young...
If I was a rapper and got some money, I wouldn't keep trying to rap because it's just like a hole you get in. You get some money. I don't think you can keep it up for real. I guess it depends on what kind of rapper you are. But with those like flashy rappers, it's just a trap. Like literally you get some money, but you have to spend it to get more. But your money usually dwindle because you're not going to be popular forever. I'll be more like a J. Cole, and they probably some of the richest right there. Kendrick, that's still just a quick money grab.
Lady mentioned something similar about your favorite influencers being broke. Now, for me, I'm looking at 12.4 million followers. I'm like, damn, she must be doing good. But if you look at her lifestyle, she got to keep up that image, right? Like, that's how she got popular. Now, this is something that's interesting because somebody like me, as a YouTuber or a down bad influencer, like I got, popular because of my commentary. Nobody follows me because I need to be extravagant or opulent or fashion based. And this is why a lot of YouTubers end up having more money than influencers, because people tend to watch us for us, and we don't have a pressure of trying to be, flashy or living a big lifestyle. That's the same thing with athletes. They don't have to actually live a rich lifestyle to be rich. Like Kawhi Leonard is a good example of that. But if you come in the game and you're a hot chick like Saweetie, you have a lifestyle, and if the money isn't coming in because the music industry doesn't pay it, you got to get that money somehow, all right? And so, and then also she's never had a debut album, so you're not making money from music. So what are you making money from? But wait, there's more.
I don't understand, because as a woman, if you look good and everything, why not just find a man you like? And like, if you get married, he'll take care of you. Depends on the man, or y'all can work together, but you'll be okay. Why jump like from man to man trying to collect whatever money from men you don't like when you can find a man you like and like just stick with him? That makes most sense. Then you'll be taken care of. You won't have to worry or stress like this.
If you are ever trying to pocket watch your favorite celebrity and they're a musician specifically, right, you're trying to figure out if they're broke or not, all you have to do is check to see their endorsement deals, right? The more endorsement deals they have, the more paid they are. If you have a favorite celebrity, I'm not going to say no names, there's one in particular I'm thinking of, and they haven't had an endorsement deal in years, they're probably broke. And I'm going to leave that at that. Unless they own businesses and companies that are kept on the hush, 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 they're probably broke.
So this is an important distinction. Again, Like, if you look at somebody and the brand deals that they have, this would indicate how much money they actually make. Now, this is something that we saw with Will Smith. Once Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, he lost a lot of brand deals. Okay. And so this hurt him financially. Now, you already know his lifestyle is really up there. It's expensive. But to lose brand deals, which, I mean, again, I would assume that Saweetie has a lot of brand deals, or maybe she doesn't. But if you don't have those brand deals, and those brand deals pay a lot of money, it's kind of how you make cash in the industry. And so if you somehow lose that, you lose it all. Okay. And this is kind of what's happening with Saweetie. She doesn't really have brand deals. Okay. So if you don't have brand deals, you're not a podcaster, you're not really working a lot. You got to make that money, because this industry for music is not really there. And, YouTubing is there, but YouTubing is hard. People can say, well, why don't you start a podcast? A lot of people have podcasts. It's still hard. It's not easy, doing this work every day. So, the quickest way to do that is, if you were going to sleep with somebody anyway, it was to go head on and basically pay to get the cheeks clapped. And it goes back to what the manosphere guys have always taught, that certain ladies are always for sale. It doesn't matter. Like,
true.
A lot of girls.
Hey man, it's 2025. A lot of women are just for sale. They are. It's always a price. Don't be thinking it's you. You go talk to a woman and she declines you. She might be a prostitute. You have to think about that. She might just be a prostitute and don't want to charge you.
You know what? Let me just say this. Fast forward. I know so many ladies who are IG influencers, especially in this part of the world. And again, they're like yacht girls. They out here, living it up. They may have a few brand deals, but trust me, like, they can barely pay their rent. They can barely pay for electricity. I mean, like, they need hair, they need makeup. They constantly have to live in that lifestyle, going to dinner, going to 4 Points. I mean, that might be going to dinner, going to hotels, things like that. It costs money to keep playing like that, being out.
Trap.
And, you popping bottles, you buying Don Julio in the club. Somebody got to pay for that. And somebody got to pay for their food every day. I mean, you get chicks that look so good and they're begging for KFC.
Who are these people he's showing?
Begging for KFC. You would never think that a chick that has a big following on TikTok or Instagram is that broke, but so many chicks don't really have money like that. And this is why, like, dudes who are consistent and they may have a good business, you would have a shot. Like, literally, if you were willing to pay, you would have a shot at these cheeks. I'm just being real. You would be able to go head on and get that clapping off. You might not think so, but oh yes, it happens a lot. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Dude Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.
All right, y'all. That's the video. Y'all seen my notes. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow. And shout out to O'Shea Dude Jackson. I've been watching you for years. You's a big go. You one of the reasons why I even shoot these videos, man. Shout out to you. Like, comment, subscribe, join the family, and see you next video.
each week than from her
I did not know she